Good evening. Sam Rubin here, the Community Outreach Director with the Farmville Area Habitat for Humanity, coming to you. It is now 7 o'clock. We started this day a long time ago at 9 a.m. this morning. We have now come to our 11th hour of giving. We're almost done with our 12-hour of giving special event that we have today all day long. The place to be for Giving Tuesday, the Farmville Area Habitat for Humanity Facebook page. Hopefully those of you who've been checking in on things throughout the day have been encouraged, have been just moved by the different stories that you've heard as we've been all over the community, from Charlotte Courthouse this morning to all around Prince Edward this afternoon, and now we've moved out to Buckingham. And if you watched the last video, the last hour, you might recognize that we haven't moved very far this time. We're still at the Dillwyn Town Hall as we're kind of wrapping up the day out here in Buckingham and hearing some Buckingham stories. The Farmville Area Habitat for Humanity serves beyond Farmville, Prince Edward County, Buckingham County, Cumberland, and Charlotte, and some really great things that happened over the years out here in Buckingham and are continue to happen and still going on. Exciting things that we're going to talk about here more in just a second. This evening, I am joined by the Clark family, who I'm going to turn the camera to in just a second, and we're going to hear a little bit about them. They are in the process. They have recently been selected as a partner family with Habitat, and they are getting going with working on their sweat equity and just learning more about it, and just getting more and more excited by the day, ready to start building their own home. So I'm going to turn the camera now. Without further ado, we're going to talk a little bit with the Clark family here. First of all, thank you all very much for being here this evening. Thanks for coming up. And so let's just go around, and anybody that would like to just kind of let everybody know who you are, and just anything you want to mention about yourself or about your family.
I'm Christopher Clark. My wife Lee Clark, daughter Christian Poole, Brooke Clark, and Samantha Poole. We are working toward getting a Habitat home. We've been looking for a home for a good while. Just never ran into the right situation, never could run into the right situation. So we went and talked to Habitat, and they gave us a situation that we could handle.
There you go. So let's chat a little bit about the need that you have. Of course, Habitat works with and partners with and tries to serve those who are in need of safe, decent, affordable housing. So kind of what it was that had you looking around for the right situation, how you came to find out about Habitat, and how you eventually got involved in the application process.
Well, we have been hoping to own a home for the last several years, and it just wasn't financially possible. Everybody wanted lots of money as a down payment and closing costs, and trying to raise a family and living paycheck to paycheck doesn't leave much to be able to save money. So I knew that my father had worked in Habitat when I was growing up, and we were just riding through Farmville one day, and we said, well, let's just stop and see if they can help us. And we stopped, and my husband had worked some in Richmond on some Habitat Blitz builds, and we found out we qualified. And we were, ecstatic when we made it through the pre-approval, and then Jane called us back and said we were selected as a partner family. And just kind of gone from there.
What was that like receiving the news that you had been chosen to be one of the partner families and going to be working on that goal of your own place?
Well, we had been turned down so many times that at first we just really couldn't believe it. We were ready to get started, and not just on our house, but helping others get their houses built too. And so, but it was really exciting. I think we called and told everybody.
Girls, how about you? Any of you, what was it like when you found out that this dream is going to become a reality?
I still don't kind of believe it. I mean, it's a really just, it's so far away, but yet it's like, it's happening. It's happening, but you don't feel it yet. I'm really excited, but I just don't feel like it's happening yet. I'm sure whenever we start actually putting down the house and everything, it'll become more real, but right now I'm just kind of excited. That's about it, though.
Nothing wrong with that. It is a long process, but lots of learning involved in it, and community coming together and working on it. And as you mentioned, you've been working a little bit on some other homes right now. So as we've been saying all day long, part of the Habitat model is it's a partnership, and part of that partnership is homeowner families have to do a certain amount of sweat equity hours with work on their own home and the homes of others. And y'all have all been working on earning your sweat equity hours. So anybody would like to speak a little bit towards some of the things you've been doing in that process and what that's been like?
October, we went to Farmville to help on a house, and of course, you know, it was painting, interior painting, and we just all had a blast. We went, we had fun, there was no stress, no nothing, and we highly enjoyed it. We actually had a good day for everybody working.
Great. Anybody else? Anything that y'all been doing? I know recently y'all were out working hard with battling a tree on the build lot.
A 150-year-old tree kind of got, I think it kind of won, but we go get it.
Brooke, you want to share something about that since you were there?
It was a tree. I mean, it was a lot of it. Like, it was huge, and it took us a while, but we got it. We all worked together, and we basically got it done.
That's right. And one of the great things Habitat does beyond building homes is also seeking to build community. And my understanding is correct. The much of the wood that has been taken from that tree is we're trying to get that to local families who may need that to help keep themselves warm in the wintertime. So always looking to pay the blessing forward. So what are y'all looking forward to most? I know there's quite, still a process to go as one home is being started on right now here in Dillwyn, and then y'all's will be the one coming after that. But what is you looking forward to the most as that becomes more of a reality and those walls actually start going up? What are you excited about?
I'm looking forward to, for me, having a place that's not just a house, but that is a home, that we can create memories and somewhere our kids can come back to as they get older, and they'll always have a place to come home to. And we haven't had that.
It's real hard to have a home when you rent. When you're renting, it's a house.
Right. Good point. Anybody else? Anything to add to that? What are we looking forward to?
What are you looking forward to, Christian?
Painting my room the way I want it, because I got a small room right now.
Do you have some colors in mind already?
I want to do yellow, like baby yellow. If that's a color.
And when it's your room, that's something you can definitely do, right? And paint it. One of the things, definitely. So one thing that we've spoken in the past before, and I'd like for you to share a little bit with everybody, if you don't mind. One of the things we talk about with Habitat Homes is, as a Habitat homeowner, you are just that. You are a homeowner. So not only is there a need there for safe, decent, affordable housing, and not only are you investing your sweat equity hours and working on your home and the home of others, but there's also you own the home, which means you're going to be paying a mortgage. And that's one of the myths that we definitely try to bust a lot of times, where people just think Habitat homes are given away. But you are a homeowner. You will have an affordable monthly mortgage. But beyond that, we like to talk about the energy efficiency value of a Habitat home. And I know you all have shared with me on other occasions about how that is something you're looking forward to. If you can speak a little bit about that aspect of it, if you don't mind.
That's really, really high on our list. Efficiency.
Our energy bills right now in the winter time can run anywhere between $500 and $600 a month to keep the house at a chilly 60 degrees. And you can walk through, and like if we light birthday candles on a cake, like Christian's is in January, and the wind blows outside, the candles get blown out on the cake before, with no windows open, no doors open. So we're looking really forward to being able to stay warm in the wintertime and cool in the summertime.
For not much money.
That's right. So not only will you have that affordable mortgage, we also have an affordable utility bill, which will definitely afford you other opportunities of wealth building and savings. So we've said many times before that Habitat for Humanity could not do what it does without volunteers and donors who all embrace that simple belief that everyone deserves a decent place to live. So if somebody's watching this video either live or watches it later on our Facebook page, and they're contemplating, they're thinking about getting involved, about maybe volunteering some, about maybe donating, what's something that you would like to say to them to kind of encourage them as they consider making that leap forward?
Financial donations are great, but your time, donate your time. It's going to come back to you. And I know a lot of us in this busy world say we don't have the time, but if you give for somebody else and give your time on something, you get that time back times 2 times over. And, you know, not only are you helping somebody else, but makes you feel good too. And, you know, if you help build one of these houses or work on one of these houses, you can drive by and, you know, later on tell your kids, your grandkids, hey, I helped build that house. And it's just, you know, it's an awesome feeling.
Great. Well, the Clark family, thank you so much. We're excited to be partnering with all of you as you work towards building your dream and making that solid foundation that your home will be. Thank you for joining us tonight and spending time with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
And so, folks, you heard it there. It's interviewing one of our families that is in the process right now. And yes, sometimes it can be a difficult process as it takes time, and being patient in it is one of the things that has to be done along the way. They are excited about building their home, and we're excited to help them make that a reality. We know that as they look back over this time and all the things they learned and grew closer to one another and closer to their community through the process, that it'll be lifelong lessons that will go with them forever. As always, I would encourage you again to visit our website at farmvillehabitat.org. Once you get there, you can look around a little bit. You can read some stories. You can read the Clark's family story there and some of our other partner families. Learn a little bit more about Habitat and what it is that we do in the community and how you can be a part of that. You register to volunteer, and we'll get in touch with you and let you know about upcoming volunteer opportunities. And of course, as we're emphasizing today with the 12 hours of giving, you can click on that donate button. It takes less than 90 seconds to make a contribution and to help make it possible to build even more in our communities. I would add and just encourage you that, remember, our goal for today is to raise $1,000 in online donations during our 12 hours of giving, and we're about halfway there. And if we can make it all the way to the 1,000, which I still believe we will do, then we have a very generous anonymous donor who is going to match that with another $1,000. So what you give today will be doubled if we can get to that goal. So we have a few hours left to try to make that happen. So I would encourage you, if you've been thinking about it, watching some of the videos today, to please consider doing that now. And as Lee said just a moment ago, your time is just as valuable, and in many ways more valuable sometimes. We always need extra hands, whether it's working on the build site, working in the restore, helping out in the administrative offices, or serving on the various committees throughout the different counties that we serve. There's always a way for you to get involved. You can help mentor a family, help them as they walk through the process. You can bake brownies to give the workers that are volunteering on the build sites. There's no end to ways that you can become involved in what we're trying to do and make it possible for safe, decent, affordable housing. All right, so we have come to the end of this hour's video. We're going to be back in this next hour here with our 12th hour of giving. Who we would be talking to, where will we be for that time? Well, there's only one way to find out. Come back at the top of the hour and see where we're going to be. As always, continue to share this with your Facebook friends and family. Try to get other people involved, get other eyes on it. And I would encourage you, if you haven't yet, to take a look at our theme song. We have a special theme song for this year's 12 Hours of Giving. You will find that video on the Farmville Area Habitat for Humanity Facebook page. A little Habitat version of the 12 Days of Christmas with a fun little video to go with it. So check that out and share that with some friends also. All right, thank you for being with us. We'll see you again shortly.